Hey everyone, I'm Sam Fisher with the Gateless Gate series. We're going over the preface of the Gateless Gate. The preface is written by Mumon himself, and he's trying to teach us how we need to approach these 48 proverbs and understand them. So here he lays the groundwork for what needs to be done to understand all the rest of what we're going to talk about in this Gateless Gate series. He starts out, our teaching makes the mind the principle, and the Gateless Gate its very gate. And what he's trying to do here, and you can feel when you read this, read it back again, and you can tell he's struggling so hard to tell you something that he can't tell you. And what he's struggling to tell you is that he can't tell you how to reach the Gateless Gate. So let's back up 2 steps and just talk about what is the Gateless Gate. The Gateless Gate can be translated a number of different ways. It can be translated the Gateless Barrier, and what it is it's essentially the barrier between us and enlightenment, the barrier between us and everything that is the potential within us. And there's a lot of ways to try and explain this. The easiest and simplest one that I found is the idea that our teaching makes the mind the principle, and the Gateless Gate its very gate. Meaning, our mind is both the gate to enlightenment and the barrier holding us back from enlightenment. Mumon then goes to explain, he takes the ideas and he says, look, if your mind is the gate to enlightenment, then none of these words or anything else is going to help you. You can't look outside yourself. You have to look outside yourself, but you can't look to other people or other things. You have to look to enlightenment itself. It has to be a relationship between you personally and whatever that power is that animates the universe, the Tao, the priesthood, the power of God, whatever you want to call it. It has to be between you, yourself, and that force. And your mind is the gate or the method of traversing between it. And so what Mumon is doing is he's almost making an apology in this preface. He's saying, look, I have to tell you about this. It's my duty to tell you about this. I have to. But my words do not matter. They don't. My words are not what you should be listening to. He says, my words are like trying to scratch your foot with a stick when you've got your shoe on. Or scratch your foot with a shoe on, or wave a stick at the moon and try and hit it. It's not going to work, but it has to be done. I can't do it, but I have to do it. And so he's making this funny apology in the beginning. He's like, I'm about to write a whole bunch of words. Please remember that enlightenment is between you and whatever that divine power is. And he says, that's what I'm going to do. He says, I'm compiling these koans together. He actually says he didn't know that this was being compiled together, but they were, with his advice on it, to teach people. And so what does he say? I totally lost my train of thought. 1 second. Here we go. Yeah, so he says, we're going to throw bricks. We're just, all these koans, all these explanations I have, just remember they're like bricks. They're like trying to batter down the gate that's not there with bricks. But it's the best Mumon knows how to do. And it's the best I know how to do either. I mean, here I am multiplying words when you could just pray and meditate and figure it out yourself. But these can help, and they've certainly helped me, so I know they can work. When we think about these and focus on them, they can help us to make that connection. And so that's what Mumon says. He says, look, use this as a guide, use my words as help, but remember that the connection is not the words. It's not the words. The connection has to be you yourself and your higher power. And he says, if you can do this, you surpass everyone and everything, because everyone and everything isn't what you need. You need yourself and your higher power. And that brings everything together. And so that's how you can get past all these things. And he finally ends with these words. So I want you to listen closely as we finish this. The Gateless Gate has no gate. 1,000 roads enter in. When one passes through this Gateless Gate, he walks heaven and earth. So meditate on that for a while. Think about how to approach this with humility. Think about how to approach this with personality, with your true self. And I'm really excited next episode to talk about the number one koan. Koan number one, which is Joshu's dog. So we'll see you there.